Good day. I want to talk about Matteo Salvini in Italy. I think he's changing the scene in the Mediterranean. First, I want to mention this. The Sweden Democrats, the Nationalist Party of Sweden, they got 26% in a recent poll. They were the biggest party of Sweden. And I'm pretty sure they will win the election in September. This is a nationalist party, and the chairman did a speech, I think it was yesterday, and he said Sweden should have a referendum on the EU membership. And yes sir, this is exactly what we want. This is exactly what is needed of you nationalists. You should push for a referendum. They used to do this, you know, back in the old days. They used to say that we should get out of the EU. And then they changed. It was very sad to watch this. They became more mainstream and they said we should renegotiate the deal with EU. It was pathetic. And now they are back. And now they are pushing for a referendum again. And there is a reason for this. I'm certain about this. It's because we have a new one, a new nationalist party in Sweden. We have two of them now. And this new one is called AFS, Alternative for Sweden. And they just started. And they don't compromise with this at all. They say we want to get the fuck out of the EU as soon as possible. And of course this is pushing the old established nationalist party to wake up. Realize, hey, we are losing voters. We better get back on track. So it's good. There should be two, at least two nationalist parties in every country. Yeah. So that's brilliant. And then I want to talk about this Matteo Salvini, the man. The Marrakesh Declaration. People talk about this a lot right now. I can tell you frankly, I'm quite bored with this. I mean, we know about their meetings, we know about their plans. Yeah. It's good that it's official and people should read this Marrakesh Declaration, of course. But there's nothing new, really. This is what they want. Yeah. And it's not gonna matter, because what matters now is the nations. What is happening in the nations? Who do the people vote for? That's what matters. And you see this in Italy today. And countries like Hungary, Slovenia, Austria and so on. You see this. And they can have these declarations as much as they want. Nothing's going to change. The nations will deal with this themselves. So this is about Matteo Salvini. Two other ships with the flag of the Netherlands have arrived off the coast of Libya. Yeah. I told you about this other ship, Aquarius, that had to go to Spain. It wasn't welcome in Italy because of Matteo Salvini. So now there are two more ships and they are waiting for these migrants to come aboard. And Salvini wrote on Saturday on his Facebook account about these ships. He said, "These gentlemen know that Italy no longer wants to be complicit in the business of illegal immigration and therefore will have to look for other ports, not Italian, where to go." So that's what's going on. He's actually closing the borders. It's brilliant. And he says, as a minister and a father, they can attack me and threaten me as much as they want, but I do not give up, and I do it for the good of all, he said. You know, they have been attacking him for having this viewpoint, yeah, from Brussels, for instance, and Macron has been attacking him. But he doesn't care. I knew this. The first time I listened to this guy, Matteo Salvini, I knew that this was the guy that the Italians needed. It's brilliant. And meanwhile, you know, the Spanish coast guards reported waves of migrants trying to reach Spanish shores from North Africa in boats. As many as 933 people have been rescued in the Western Mediterranean and close to Gibraltar over the past 48 hours. This is reported by the Spanish Sea Rescue Service. 4 have died, it said. You see? So they are now going to Spain instead. Italy is closed. Yeah. And in Spain you have a feminist socialist government. So Spain will be dealing with this problem. And then they will move up, these migrants, up to France, the UK, and Germany, you know, the promised land. Okay, now Germany are having some serious problems. Germany has been seeking the support of the French President Macron to find a common EU response for managing an influx of refugees. That's what they do. This is Merkel talking. She wants the group to handle it, which means nothing will be handled. And she doesn't, you know, honestly, I don't think she wants this to be handled at all. She just wants everybody to suffer. Yeah. She said that the stakes for the EU are high. Yeah. Getting all of the EU states on board for an overhaul on asylum practices and rules is, according to Merkel, in my view, one of the most decisive issues for European unity. The Chancellor Merkel said. The inflow of migrants is a European challenge that requires a European answer. And Merkel, you know, she insists that only the EU can solve this migration challenge as a group. This is of course bullshit. I don't like this woman. Alright, that's all. Bye.